Y'all come to this channel to understand men better, specifically decent men, upstanding men, honorable men. Well, what I'm going to talk about today is something you must know, because there's a lot of dudes out there who put on the front like they're mature or that they're serious or intentional. And if you notice this, what I'm going to talk about today, you'll be able to stop that, pick up on that, decipher that day one at the door. So make sure you watch this whole video. The thing with immature men is excitement runs their minds. Lust and desire can drive their actions and their motives. And because of that, they only notice those things. But when it comes to mature men, the difference is that they notice what sustains them. And that difference matters more than what a lot of women realize. A mature man is not just looking at if he's attracted to you. He's quietly paying attention to what your presence feels like, what your character reveals, and what being close to you would actually cost him emotionally. So today I'm going to break down what mature men pay attention to that immature men often miss completely, because understanding the differences can change the way you look at attraction, respect, and serious connection. And the first point I'm going to make is mature men notice peace. Immature men chase stimulation. Now, I'm going to be real with y'all, as I always try my best to do. Young Sealz was that immature man at one point in his life. When I was young, in college, even a little bit after college, stimulation was my caffeine. It was what I would go for, drive for. I would always try to get the hottest girl with the finest body. Clearly, my hormones were overtaking my common sense. Especially in college as a young man, because I grew up in a family of leaders and elders who did not play around. I grew up in a church where my pastor and co-pastor did not play games. So I've always had that common sense embedded in me. But when I went to college, when I was a free bird out of that cage, it felt like life was an open world to me now. No one has to tell me what to do. I can do whatever I want, thus leading young Sealz to chasing stimulation. But fast forwarding to today, one thing that I can tell you and all men out there who are probably currently going through this, and to all the women out here who should know this about dudes, is that none of those things that I chased stimulation for ended up well. They all failed. None of those things brought value to my life, because I was doing all of these things. I was chasing stimulation for all the wrong reasons. For physical satisfaction, which is temporary. They don't last. I wasn't worried about no peace. I wasn't worried about no stability. I was focused on getting my satisfaction quenched and having fun. What a life. Besides stimulation, immature men are often drawn to intensity, drama, novelty, emotional highs, sexual energy, because a lot of that feels exciting in the moment. Moments don't last. But when it comes to mature men, just like I did, mature men eventually learn that excitement means less than peace. Mature men start noticing, does me doing this, does this woman and her presence calm me down? Do I feel more grounded around you? Does this feel emotionally sustainable? Or does this feel like it's going to wear me out over time? Immature men ain't worried about that. Now, don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean mature men want a woman with no personality, no excitement, no passion, no fire. That's not what I'm saying. It means that they notice whether your energy creates peace or creates pressure. What I want all women to notice, and what I want all men to notice about themselves, if this is applicable to them, is that immature men chase what excites them. Mature men notices what gives them peace. The second point is, mature men notice how you talk about other people. A lot of immature men are too distracted by chemistry and attraction to really process this deeply. But mature men are always listening closely. We notice how you talk about your ex. We notice how you talk about your friends. How you talk about strangers, how you treat staff, how you talk about people who can't do anything for you. Because the way you talk about people reveals things about you, like your mindset. If you're bitter and you're in need of healing, if you've moved on from your past, your integrity, your level of emotional maturity. A mature man understands that your mouth shows your character faster than your image ever will. A woman could be all of that, but constantly speaking from resentment, bitterness, toxicity, contempt, pettiness, disrespect. But mature men always notice that. We may not say anything about it. We may not criticize about it out loud or make comments on it, but we notice. A mature man listens to your speech because he knows your words reveal what your beauty can hide. Mature men notice consistency. Immature men often feel dazzled by charisma, charm, flirtation, confidence, any type of good energy in that moment. There was this woman, she's a comedian, and I forgot her name. I was listening to her set, and I was laughing because she said, it's so easy to laugh these dudes out of their drawers. And immature dudes are easily able to get laughed out their drawers because they are dazzled by charisma. But mature men are not that easy. Mature men may appreciate those things, of course. I love when other people have charisma. It shows personality. That's dope. But we do not build trust on those things. My radar is on point. Our radars are on point. Because a woman could say whatever, but a mature man starts asking things like, does your words and your actions match? Is your energy stable? Can I predict your character? Are you the same person when things are inconvenient? Charisma attracts attention, but consistency is what makes a woman feel real. And that is why a woman can impress an immature man with the quickness when it comes to charm, but she will impress a mature man more deeply with steadiness. Mature men notice how you handle boundaries. This is how immature men think about boundaries. Rejection, trying to play my manhood. Who you think you is? Do you see me? How could you ever say no to this? You bugging. And then you got dudes out here who see boundaries as a challenge. You tell that man no, and now he's like, oh, word? I'm going to show her how much she needs me. She told me no, but she really don't understand. She really don't mean no. Now I'm going to be more annoying, more persistent until I force entry into her boundaries. But when it comes to mature men, we usually read boundaries differently. We notice, first of all, if you have any boundaries. Let's start off with that. With your boundaries, do you communicate them clearly? Because I'm not trying to violate, I'm not trying to offend you anyway, but have you communicated those things to me? Do you hold your boundaries calmly? Mature men often sees healthy boundaries as self-respect, clarity, beautiful, emotional maturity, and future safety. Now that's something that we could depend on, because a woman who holds boundaries first and foremost, but can also hold them without chaos, often feels more emotionally stable and more trustworthy to build with. Another key point is that mature men notice your relationship with attention. A mature man notices whether attention owns you. He notices if you need constant validation. Do you become a different woman when you're admired? Do you chase attention more than connection? Does outside external attention regulate your identity? Now, immature men may be excited by this. They might be drawn to this because it feels exciting, ego-feeding, attractive. But mature men often notice this type of behavior as instability, because we understand that if a woman constantly needs outside attention to feel okay, that can create a relationship that always feels emotionally expensive. Mature men notices if your value comes from within or whether you need the room to keep reminding you. As you're watching this video, if it feels too familiar with you and you're thinking like, man, I need somebody to give me some good advice on my situation, whether I'm dealing with an immature man or a mature man, well, you got me. I created asksealz.com for this specific situation. I can help you out. So if you need that from your guy, Sealz the Man, go to my website and I'll take it from there. The sixth and important point that I want you to understand is that mature men notice your mindset way more than your image. When it comes to immature men, they stay fixated on image, how she looks, her body, her style, sex appeal, social presentation, whether she's getting hundreds of thousands of likes on Instagram. But mature men don't care about that. Listen, y'all, I am this close to deleting all my social media. I am a child of the 90s. I am a child of the old ways. And over the years, I've just been realizing how much social media has created this fakeness, this dependency on looks, this social currency. I ain't about none of this because I don't care about none of this. Social media will never show your soul. It will only show what you present it. And I understand that. Mature men understand that. Mature men are settled on your mind, not just that you're fine. We start noticing things like, how do you think? Huh? What is it like up here? How do you frame your life? What are you about? What do you believe in? What are your strengths? What are your faults? Those things are what matter. Mature men understand that your mindset determines what life will be like with you and what that will feel like. A beautiful woman with a heavy, unstable, or constantly negative inner world may still attract dudes. For sure, happens every day. But mature men notice quickly that beauty does not cancel what your mindset costs. A mature man will notice your beauty first, but he will stay focused on your mind longer. So if you remember nothing else from this video, I want you to remember this. Immature men go off of stimulation, and that comes with physically, visually, but mature men notices what sustains them. We notice peace, consistency, how you talk to people, how you talk about people, how you handle your boundaries, what attention does to you, and the type of cost of living a life with you. And that difference is what I want all of y'all, men and women, to understand, that we are all not the same. Thank you for being here. I hope this video has helped you in some way, as that is my only goal. See you on my next video. Peace and blessings. Goodbye.